Hello, very good morning, students. Today we continue our lecture with the same unit, sequence and series, and the topic is combining series, P-series, and comparison test. So, before going to start today's topic, before going to start today's topic, let's start uh, with the revision of the yesterday's lecture. That is, if I have a series that is geometric series A plus AR plus AR square up to so on. And if I want to write this geometric series in the summation form, anyone, please let me know in the chat box. If I want to write this geometric series in the summation form, see, Kushal, this is the sum of that you are answering in the chat box, that is Sn. Sn is the sum of the first n term. I just want to write this geometric series in the summation form, that is summation n1 to infinity a r raised to n minus 1. See, both are same. See, your first term is A, right? And your ratio is R. By putting n equal to 1, you get your first term. By putting n equal to 2, you get your second term. And then 3, then 4th, and so on. Okay. So I hope you all understand, students. This is the geometric form. This is the series form. And these are also geometric series, but it is in the summation form. And if our geometric series is convergent, then the sum of the first n term, that is a upon 1 minus r, that is a upon 1 minus r. Okay, so just give you one series. Suppose we have summation n1 to infinity. This is 1 by 3 raised to n minus 1. Students, please listen carefully. If I give you this series, this is also geometric series. If I want to write this series in the this summation form, then what is my first term? See, by comparing these two, there is no A. So my A is 1 here. So my first term is 1 plus, what is my second term? That is my ratio, 1/3. The next term is 1/3 square. So 1 by 9. Then so on. So if we have given this kind of series, then we represent this series in the summation form, and we have given this summation form, then we represent in this kind of form. Both are same. So have you any doubts, students, now? Okay. So this is the geometric series, right? And please keep in mind both the form. It will help you for our today's example. So let's start our today's topic, that is combining series. Students, if we have two series, one is un and other is vn, are convergent. Both series are convergent. Then the basic mathematical operation. Do not change the behavior of this series. What does it mean? If we have two different series, if both are convergent, then the summation of that two series, subtraction of that two series, and the multiplication with any constant of that series also convergent. Okay, this is the rule of the combining series. Again, I repeat, if we have two different series, both are convergent, then the summation of that two convergent series, subtraction of that two convergent series, and the multiplication with any constant term with that convergent series is also convergent, and this rule is known as combining series. Okay, so let's start some example on the combining series. That is, our first question is, Find the sum of series, and our given question summation n 1 to infinity 3 raised to n minus 1 upon 6 raised to n minus 1. So let's start the solution here, as our given series is 3 raised to n minus 1 upon 6 raised to n minus 1. So if I put this series by individual term, by dividing individually, that is summation n 1 to infinity, here 3 raised to n minus 1 upon 6 raised to n minus 1 minus 1 upon 6 raised to n minus 1. Okay. So here first term upon denominator minus second term upon denominator. Now again I represent by simplification of this is summation n 1 to infinity. See, power is same. So this is 3 by 6. So I put here 1 by 2 raised to n minus 1, right? Minus summation n 1 to infinity. This is 1 upon 6 raised to n minus 1. Students, have you any doubt about this step? If you have any doubt, please let me know in the chat box. Then after we'll move for the next step. I want the response from all of you students. So, okay. So here, see, now listen carefully. It is very important step. See, as you know, the generalized form, of geometric series, that is summation n 1 to infinity a r raised to n minus 1, right? A r raised to n minus 1. So here there is no a. So as you know, if I want to write in the series form, my first term a is 1 plus, what is my ratio? My ratio is 1/2. 1/2 square, that is 1 by 4, right? Up to so on. Similarly, for the second term, for second series, my first term is 1, my second term is 1 by 6, then 1 by 36, right? AR square, that is 1 by 36, up to so on. So this is my two different geometric series. Here, the ratio of the first series, that is 1/2, and ratio of the second series, that is 1 by 6. Munil, please explain third step. Okay, Munil. Munil, this is our generalized form of the geometric series, and we are writing two geometric series differently. By comparing this first step with this geometric series, you can say that your A is your first term, that is 1, right? And your R ratio is what? 1/2. Power is same, n minus 1. So if I put this summation form in the series form, then 1, see, this is, I am putting here A plus AR square plus AR cube, but here our A is 1. So this is 1 plus R square plus R cube. And what is our R? R is 1/2. So 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 square, that is 1 by 4, like that. And similarly in the second step, here our A is 1, our ratio is 1 by 6. Okay, now got it? Okay. So students, here both series are convergent, right? Both series are convergent. Why both series are convergent? See, here ratio of first series, both series are geometric. Both series are geometric series with ratio first series ratio R1, that is 1/2. See, this is 1/2, which is less than 1. And R2, modulus of R1 and modulus of R2. This is 1 by 6, which is also less than 1. As both are geometric series, as ratio is less than 1, both series are convergent. Agree? Both series are convergent. As per the rule of the geometric series, as per the rule of our yesterday's lecture. So, Sn, sum of the first n term, that is S1 plus S2. S1 for the first series, that is A1 upon 1 minus R1. Here A2 upon 1 minus R2. As we just discussed about the sum of the first n term. So what is first term in our first series? First term is 1. What is ratio? Ratio is 1 half. So see here 1 upon 1 minus 1 half. This is minus sign here between two series, minus sign here, right? So I'm keeping this is as minus, this one is minus, right? This is S1 minus S2. Now for the second series, my first term is 1 and ratio is 1 by 6. So after simplification, I have here 2 minus this one is 6 by 5 and this is 4 by 5. So have you any doubt, student? See students, for this example, we have did the simplification of the given series. Then we have two different geometric series, as both geometric series are with ratio less than 1. So both are convergent, and as both series are convergent, so that subtraction of that series is also convergent, right? Okay. So let's move with one more example. Here, the example 2 is investigate the convergence of the series. There is one announcement. Kashyap Shukla, roll number 31. Please join in division A. You are now in division B. Roll number 31. Kashyap Shukla. Students, here second example is investigate the convergence of the series, that is summation n 1 to infinity 2 raised to n plus 5 upon 3 raised to n. So let's start the solution. Again, 1 summation 1 to infinity 2 raised to n plus 5 upon 3 raised to n. So we put this series by dividing individually, that is 2 raised to n upon 3 raised to n plus 5 upon 3 raised to n. Okay? And after simplification, I put this series as summation n1 to infinity 2 by 3 whole raised to n plus summation n1 to infinity 5 1 upon 3 whole raised to n. Students, please listen and see carefully. As you know, the general form of the geometric series summation n1 to infinity a r raised to n minus 1. But here we have n. We want raised to n minus 1. For that, I am putting n1 to infinity. If I keep 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 raised to n minus 1. Okay? So both are same. If I put 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 raised to n minus 1, then that is 2 by 3 raised to n. Similarly, for the second step, if I put 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 raised to n minus 1, then 1 by 3 into 5. So this is 5 by 3. And this one is 1 by 3 raised to n minus 1. Any doubt, student? Any doubt about this third step? Okay. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll move for the next step. Okay. So students, here again we have two different series, right? So both series are geometric series. These both series are geometric series with ratio of first series R1, that is 2 by 3, and R2, this is 1 by 3. See, this is your ratio respectively, right? Now, this both modulus of R1, this is 2 by 3, and modulus of R2, that is 1 by 3, both are less than 1. Here, modulus of R1, 2 by 3, less than 1, and modulus of R2, 1 by 3, which is also less than 1, right? So, both series are convergent, right? Now, as both series are convergent, so Sn is equal to what? S1 plus S2. And as per the rule, A1 upon 1 minus R1 plus A2 upon 1 minus R2. So A1 is first step of the first series. So what is our first step? A. See, compare these two. What is your A1? What is your A? Your A is 2 by 3. So here 2 by 3 upon 1 minus 2 by 3. And for the second series, what is your A? For second series, your A is 5 by 3, right? And your R is 1 by 3. So this is 5 by 3 upon 1 minus 1 by 3. Okay, so let me give the answer after simplification. Yes, Kushal, you are absolutely right. Your final answer is correct. Very good. Let me give the final answer after simplification. No, Abhay, there is a minor mistake in your answer. Yes, Bhushan, you are right. Harshal, you are also right. Yogesh, Krupen, Hitik, Mahir, very good. Mahek, yes, yes. So, students, this much students have given the answer in the chat box. I expect that all the students do simultaneously and give the answer. Yet, yes, Palak, 2 plus 5 by 2, but after simplification, final answer is here 2 plus 5 by 2, and that is 9 by 2, which is our final answer. Okay, students? So, is anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Please let me know in the chat box. Okay. Answers are coming that they have no doubt. Still, if anyone have any doubt, let me know in the chat box. And if you find any doubt after the class, you can also ask through WhatsApp also. Okay. So let's move with the other topic, that is harmonic series. Students, the harmonic series is expressed as summation n1 to infinity 1 by n. That is 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 up to so on. And this series is divergent in nature. So please keep in mind, it will help you for the solution of the example for the next topic. Series summation n1 to infinity 1 by n is known as harmonic series, and this series is divergent in nature. Okay. The next one is P series. The generalized form of harmonic series. Generalized form of harmonic series is known as P series, and it is represented by summation n1 to infinity 1 upon n raised to p. See, this is just only 1 by n, and this is 1 upon n raised to p. So 1 upon 1 raised to p plus 1 upon 2 raised to p up to so on. Kushal have doubt. It is inverse of arithmetic progression. Uh, Kushal, it is totally different concept. That is, the arithmetic progression is in the statistic, and this one is the series form. So please Don't correlate this both. See, students, this is the uh, harmonic series 1 upon n raised to p. For the convergence and divergence of the harmonic series, please keep in mind it is too much important. If this p is the power of n, is greater than 1, then this harmonic series is convergent. And if this p is less than or equal to 1, then this harmonic series is divergent. See, let's give you one example. Suppose we have a harmonic series 1 upon n raised to 3 by 2. What is your p in this harmonic series? Your p is, see, compare these two. Your p is 3 by 2, which is greater than 1. And this p is greater than 1. So you can directly say that your series is convergent. Right? But if I give you another example, summation n1 to infinity 1 upon n raised to 1 half. Here your p is 1 half, which is less than 1. And as per the rule, if your p is less than or equal to 1, your harmonic series is divergent. Okay? So, yes, Bhushan, you are right. So, any doubt? Students, any doubt about this P series test? That is, uh, for P series, you have given generalized form of the harmonic series, and the convergence and divergence is depends on the value of P. If your P is greater than 1, then your series is convergent. If your P is less than or equal to 1, your series is divergent. Now let's move with the comparison test. If we have two different series, un and vn, both are positive term series, such that limit n tends to infinity, un upon vn equal to L is finite and non-zero, then both series converge or diverge together. What does it mean? Here we have two different series. And if we find limit of that ratio of that two series, we have two different series, both are positive term series. And if we find the limit of the ratio of that two series, which is equal to L, and this L is finite and non-zero, then both series are either convergent or divergent, both together. If Vn is convergent, then Un also convergent. If Vn is divergent, then Un divergent. Similarly, if Un convergent, then Vn convergent. And Un divergent, then Vn also divergent. Okay, so this rule is known as comparison test. So, before going to the example of the comparison test, let's take some standard limits. It will help you for the solution of the example. Standard limits. These limits are very important, so please keep in mind. First limit, limit n tends to infinity, log n upon n equal to 0. Number 2, limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by n whole raised to n equal to e. Third one is limit n tends to infinity, n raised to 1 by n is equal to 1. Fourth one is limit n tends to infinity, n factorial raised to 1 by n, then that is infinity. Fifth one, limit n tends to infinity, n factorial upon n whole raised to 1 by n, that is 1 by e. Your sixth standard limit is limit n tends to infinity, x raised to n equal to 0 if x less than 1. And 7. Limit n tends to infinity, x raised to n equal to infinity if x greater than 1. 8. Limit n tends to infinity, x raised to n upon n factorial equal to 0 for all x. 9th, limit n tends to 0 here. A raised to n minus 1 upon n equal to log a. And similarly, the last limit n tends to infinity, a raised to 1 by n minus 1 upon 1 by n. This is also log a. So students, please take a screenshot of this standard limit. These standard limits will help you for the solution of the example for the next topic. Okay. Now let's start the example. It is based on the comparison test. And again, before going to start the example, again I repeat the rule of the comparison test. If we find the limit of the ratio of these two series is equal to L, which is finite and non-zero, then both series converge or diverge together. And the rule for the P series states that the generalized form of the harmonic series is convergent if P greater than 1 and divergent if P less than or equal to 1. So let's start the example. Here, test the convergence of the series summation n 1 to infinity 2n minus 1 upon n plus 1 n plus 2. So let's start the solution. Students, the comparison test is an important test as per the G2 exam. So please be serious about these examples. Here, our given nth term, see this is our generalized form of the series, right? So this is our nth term. So your un is nth term of the series. That is 2n minus 1 upon n plus 1, n plus 2, right? See, if I keep n common from the numerator and denominator here, so if I keep n common from the numerator, then I have 2 minus 1 by n. And from the denominator there is 1 n, right? So if I keep n common from the first bracket and n common from the second bracket, then I have n cube 1 plus 1 by n and 1 plus 2 by n, right? Rehan Khan, these examples solved by method in 12th standard. See Rehan, in mathematics, one example can solve by many methods. Okay, so if we apply when we are doing the particular topic, at that time we are apply that method. So it is obvious that this example may solve by the other method also. Okay. Now, what is your doubt, Janil? Okay. See, Janil, your doubt is if this L is infinite, then what? If this L is infinite, then we can say that we can't say about the convergence or the divergence of the series. Okay. This rule is applicable only if this L is finite and non-zero. If L is infinite, then we can't say about the convergence and divergence of this ratio. Okay? Now, see, here I take n common from the numerator, that is 2 minus 1 by n. and n common from the denominator, but this n, if I keep this n common from the first bracket, then n into n is n square, and again one n common from the second bracket, that is n into n into n, so n cube, and the remaining term is here 1 plus 1 by n and 1 plus 2 by n. After simplification, I have 2 minus 1 by n. 1 n will be cancelled out from the numerator and denominator. So remaining term is n square. 1 plus 1 by n and 1 plus 2 by n. Right? See, now very most IMP step. So please, everyone, be serious. See, this is our un. Now we assume Vn by ourselves. We assume Vn by ourselves, that is 1 upon n square. I assume Vn 1 by n square on behalf on it depends on the value of un. It depends on the value of un. As here 1 upon n square, so I put here Vn equal to 1 upon n square. Now I am applying comparison test, that is limit n tends to infinity un upon Vn. So limit n tends to infinity. What is your un? Your un is 2 minus 1 upon n square, then 1 plus 1 by n and 1 plus 2 by n upon Vn. But upon Vn I put denominator I put in the numerator, that is n square by 1. Okay, this is the value of un, this is the value of Vn. Both n square will be cancelled out. After applying the limit, what is my answer? As n tends to infinity, so 1 upon infinity is always 0. Because 1 upon any big value or 2 upon any big value is always 0. So 2 minus 0, here 1 plus 0, here 1 plus 0. So our answer is 2. 2, which is finite and non-zero. As the limit n tends to infinity, un upon Vn is 2, which is finite and non-zero, and the series summation Vn. Vn is what? 1 upon n square. See, we assume Vn. Vn is what? 1 upon n square. As summation Vn, that is summation 1 upon n square, is convergent. How? Because these two, as per the P series test, this P equal to 2, which is greater than 1. So by the P series test, this Vn is convergent. And by comparison test, Vn convergent, therefore un is also convergent. Students, we have to select Vn by ourselves, and I am selecting this Vn as 1 upon n square. That's why I am applying the P series test, and we have to select Vn that as that we can apply P series test. Okay. Students, we have to select Vn as per un. Okay, there are so many terms in the denominator, but I am selecting this 1 upon n square, because after selecting 1 upon n square, I apply my P series test, and as per the P series test, I easily say that the series is convergent or divergent. Okay. Previous slide. Okay, this slide. Priyan. Why you multiply by n raised to 2? Ishika, I have told you. Everyone, I told you. This is un. We want to apply the comparison test. For applying comparison test, we want Vn and we select Vn by 1 upon n square because in Un there is n square. If in Un, if I have 1 upon n cube, then I select my Vn, that is 1 upon n cube. If in Un, if I have 1 by n, then I select my Vn as 1 by n. That's why we solve our answer or our examples very easily. Otherwise, it is very tough and we cannot apply our comparison test. Shreya, I'm giving the same answer what you ask in the chat box. How you select your Vn? You select your Vn, it depends on Un. If in Un, if your term is in the denominator, you got just 1 by, you got 1 by n, then you select your Vn is 1 by n. If in Un, your denominator term is n square, then you select 1 upon n square. Okay. Let's move with one more example. Then after you get the better understanding. See, solution of, test the convergence of this series. Here, see, what is your Un? Your Un, that is 1 upon 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus up to n square. And as you know that this is summation of n square in the denominator, right? And as the summation of n square is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. I think you learned in your school days in 8th to 12th. Summation of n square we represent in the form of n plus 1 and 2n plus 1 by 6. So I put here that is 6 upon n plus 1 and 2n plus 1. So if I get n common from the denominator, then I have n cube, here 1 plus 1 by n, and here 2 plus 1 by n, right? So see, as I told you, in Un, I have what? N cube, right? In the denominator. So I select my Vn, 1 upon n cube now. Okay. So by selecting Vn 1 upon n cube, for the comparison test, limit n tends to infinity, Un upon Vn, that is limit n tends to infinity, 6 upon, this is n cube, this one is 1 plus 1 by n, this one is 2 plus 1 by n, and into n cube. As both n cube will be cancelled out, and after applying the limit, here I have 6 upon 2, that is 3, which is finite and non-zero, right? So it is finite and non-zero. Therefore, summation Vn is equal to summation 1 upon n cube is convergent as per the rule, because here our P is 3, which is greater than 1. So by comparison test, summation Un is also convergent. Yes, so many students have given the answer in the chat box. If anyone have any doubt still about this example or our today's lecture, let me know in the chat box. As we have, please show the previous slide. Okay, Kal. See, this is the previous slide. Okay, no doubt now. Very good. Students, we have less than 1 minute. So please, if you have any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Okay, I think now you got how to select Vn. Okay, we have to select Vn as per the Un, right? Okay, so thank you very much, students. Still, if you find any doubt, let me know in the WhatsApp through also, right? And if you no doubt, then you may leave